Hello guys, my name is Fatty Alpha, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to make a very easy and customizable generator in Minecraft. Anyways, if you guys end up liking this video, then smash that like button and let's get into this video. Alright, so we got ourselves 4 type of generators. These are just basic generators. You would have basically iron, gold, diamond, and emeralds. The iron would go for a basic 1 second, gold for 4, diamonds for 10, and emeralds for 25. So you can tell that this is just a solid 1 second. This would be a perfect 4 seconds. Let's see it, and it will be right there. I'm not gonna show you guys exactly for these ones, but you can expect those are perfect too. 10 seconds and 25. Anyways, these will be the commands. Now these will be very easy to make. If you follow the steps correctly, you should be done really fast. These can be used for any type of game, from Egg Wars to Bed Wars to Sky Wars to whatever type of server where you collect items. These could be guns, they could be anything you can think of. As you see, the names are custom, but if you know how to custom enchant, you can obviously put any enchantments on them to make them glow, or anything you desire really. We save them up with a structure block, so any data from them will be the same. So now that we know how this whole thing would look like, we kind of also want to know obviously how to make it. So let's get into the commands. So let's actually start from scratch, so I can tell you guys step to step what to do and how to. Alright, so there we go, everything cleaned up and back to scratch. Now you want to start by giving yourself a structure block, and you will do this by going to the chat and typing /give @s structure, completely misspelled that, structure underscore block. Now I have 2, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, when you have your structure block, you would place it somewhere close to where your spot is for your generator. Now I will just place them right next to him at the back of the wall, or at least in the wall, but you can just really place them wherever you desire, as long as it's close, otherwise it's gonna be hard. So if you're making a floating island for Skywars or anything, then I'll recommend putting it in the island or underneath the generator somewhere, so it's easier for you because you're going to do with offset. So I'll recommend that. Anyways, we can remove these 3 because we're gonna first work with 1. And in here you want to type in the name of what you want to generate, just a name for the world to know. This would be a emerald, but you can do anything that matches with what it generates and what is easy to remember for you. And then you would change these numbers, these 5s at size, all to 1, like that. So now this, what it's saving is pretty much 1 by 1 by 1, as it says. And you would move the offset, which is pretty much your box of what you're saving, the spot. Like, it starts from where your structure block is. So if I put it on 0, 0, 0, it will be exactly where the structure block is, obviously. So if I change this to be 1 higher, it will be right there. And we now need to make it 1 this way. What you would need to do is, first you want to check what axis this is. This is on the X, or at least I don't know exactly what it is. Yeah, the Z. And then you want to know if it's positive or negative, what way you want to go. So imagine I want to go this way. I'm gonna check the Z coordinates and walk this way. So I see it goes into the minus, so that means it's negative. If it will go into the positive, then it's positive. Anyways, for the Z codes we will put -1, and you would know that it's perfect on the spot that we want it. Now you want to copy this with a technique that I will explain in the future. It pretty much copies the thing you copy, a big block anyways, with plus data, as it already says, plus the data. So that pretty much means everything that would be inside a chest, everything that you wrote down into a command block or structure block or anything like that. So we will just copy it and put the other names for other things we want to save. So this would be diamond, this would be gold, and this would be iron. Now this again is whatever you have in your world, in your generator. So don't exactly copy this unless you're making the same type of a generators on the exact same spot. But making this plus and minus one, plus one and minus one, pretty much may or may not won't work for you, since you might have it like rotated, and you have to do like plus one in the axe. But it's pretty much the basics of how to move things, so you have to figure out your spot for yourself. But that works. And then you would have to make the item that you want to generate. Now you can obviously just go with diamonds and everything that you want to generate without a name. So if you just want to keep it easy, you can do that, but I like to give them a nice little name. So my emeralds, I will do the same thing as you guys saw in the intro. I will just go with a nice little detailed dark green with emeralds as light green and dark green for the same lines. Now I will do this for all the other ores, and I'll be right back at you guys. Alright, if you have all your items ready as you want them to be generated, you can just throw them right on the spot that you want them. Now I recommend putting them exactly in the middle so it looks good, obviously, but you can just choose however you want to generate. You can have it in the corner of the thing or wherever. If it's like a 2x2 area, you would maybe put it in the corner so it's like in the middle of a 2x2 area, but you can pretty much do it however you want it. Now I'll recommend doing it in the middle of the block of the structure that it generates on, like that. And then you would go back to the structure blocks and go inside of them and click save and put the structure block on load. Now put that like that for all of them, clicking on save and putting it on load like that. And now we would go on to the command block part of the tutorial. So to get a command block, you would do exactly the same as we did for the structure block. So you can just copy whatever we did there, and then instead of structure, you can just replace it with the word commands, and you would get a command block. There we go. And you would place the block next to your structure block and one block underneath it. And in a command block, you would type set block squiggly squiggly 1 space squiggly space air. Make it that whenever this gets activated, it make the block above it air, so it will pretty much make it remove any items above it. Now what you can do with this is you can make it so it sets a redstone block here and it will remove it, but the redstone block will also activate the structure block, which will summon in your iron ore. So when it does that, then we can make a command block that summons in the redstone block, and then you would have a generator. So that's what we will do. Now you can just copy this here and place it next to the other ones. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And then you can place a command block right above it, 2 blocks above the other command block. Put it on repeat, and you can type in set block squiggly squiggly -1, or I mean -2, I'm sorry for that, and then squiggly, and then redstone underscore block. Now why I did the repeating command block 2 blocks above it and not just here is because if I put it over here, then the redstone block would also activate the repeating command block, and whenever you're going to turn it off, or you're going to put a lever on it and you're deactivated, the redstone block will activate the repeating command block, making it so it like pretty much is never off, will always generate. So to prevent that, we put it 2 blocks above so it isn't connected, and you can just safely put a redstone block right there. I had a bit of a lag spike. Now you want to just copy this command block off to the other generators. Again, 2 blocks or at least 3 blocks above the other command block that we made. Now we will go on to the part where we make a delay, so the amount of time that it takes until it will generate. Now this will be the delay in ticks underneath the command block. And how that pretty much works, delay in ticks pretty much means how much ticks it's gonna take until it activates again. And for people that don't know, 1 second would be 20 delay in ticks. So if I turn this on with 20 delay in ticks, we would need a lever. And then the emeralds over here would gen every minute. Now this is what we want for the iron, but obviously not for the emeralds. That would be a bit overpowered, or at least depends on your world that you're making. Anyways, we want this on 25 seconds. Now, you have to do a bit of calculating, a bit of counting. Now, I know that it's 500 because if you count 20, which will be 1 second, plus 0 is obviously 10. Then double it with 400 there. That would be 20, and 1 second will be 100 ticks, so you come out on 500. Now do the same thing for the other ones. Diamonds 10 seconds, so that would just be 200 ticks. For gold we would do 4 seconds, that would be 80, and obviously the 1 second of 20. Now there's one thing left to do, and that would be turning off the bounty boxes, which are pretty much the boxes that tell you where your structure is currently. So you obviously don't want these lines over here at your generators, so they made it so you can turn them off and they just operate just as they did, but you cannot see where they are. So, and there you go, you have generators that work. Now you can turn them on by levers, but you can also put this on always active, which just makes it so, as it says, self-explanatory, it's just always active. No need to have redstone. I'll recommend doing levers so you can turn off the gens if needed. But there you go, there you have yourself a generator. Now sorry if this video was a little bit awkward. This is one of my first videos in a long time, and they're always really awkward. Anyways, we turn the generators on, and if we want to test, we can check 1 second for these ones, 4 seconds for this one, and there we go. 10 seconds for diamonds, we're not gonna check that again, and emeralds too. Anyways, if you guys want to see the behind the scenes of recording my videos, you can go to my Twitch. The link is in the description. Go to my TikTok if you want to see some funny TikToks. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out.